So I would consider media anything that connects you to something that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to connect with. Anything that's media, so the news, any kind of, it's mostly technological, I would say.
TV, newspapers, movies, just anything that gets information across to a big group of people.
It's information, it's content, it's an outlet.
I think in a lot of ways it's changing to more of like two-way communication. So maybe 100 years ago they had newspapers and ads and it was sent to the consumer, and I think now with things like social media, the consumer is really able to communicate.
I guess how would you say that your parents' generation is different from your generation and how you see and use media?
Back in the day, it was like if you wanted to ask someone out, you'd have to call them,
right.
actually go to them. Yeah. Nowadays, it's like, oh, I can sit here and think about what I'm going to say for a couple days, and then it's different. Like
they were, not that they were limited, but they definitely had less opportunities to be exposed to as much media as we do now. I feel like it's occupied such a larger role in our lives than it did in theirs.
They see it as a nuisance, for sure. Because people nowadays, they tweet about everything, like what they're having for dinner, how often they've breathed in a minute, like just random crap that nobody cares about.
They're still kind of stuck on TV, I think, is like their primary thing, and radio.
The way I get a job now is probably not through the way my mom got her job, through career fairs. Career fairs are great, but like to make connections through social media, through the digital technological age is tremendous now, and it can make or break you, honestly. If you're not aware with it, if you're not hip with it, it's essential.
I do not subscribe to a newspaper. My roommate doesn't. I don't know if I ever will.
If I'm on my way to Library West, I just like to pick up the paper and, read what's going on, but I could usually just get it online.
I get coupons from them.
Okay, all right.
For everything that you see in the newspaper, you can find on the internet, and it's free, and it's way faster, and wherever I am, I can just, look it up.
I really do feel like newspaper sticks to traditional, media type reporting things, whereas the digital versions can kind of get misconstrued and just kind of quality or quantity over quality.
There's like something about tangibly feeling a paper and like reading it versus seeing it on a screen, and I like that a lot.
Are there any occasions where you might have a traditional magazine or not really?
Yeah, the airport.
Yeah,
Flying
is the only time I ever get a magazine.
The beach sometimes, but usually not really.
Sometimes I'm in the grocery store line, I'll scope it out and like randomly buy a random magazine, but it's just really random, sporadic.
Magazines. I don't read magazines. I don't think I've ever bought a magazine in my life.
A lot of the magazines that I read, like entertainment or music ones, like they have websites, and I always read them online, so rarely do I read magazines.
I'll pick one up if there's something super exciting on the cover, like when Kate Middleton was getting married, like I was all about that.
I hear a lot of radio, like the shift's 3 hours, so the radio's on for 3 hours. I normally stick to 1 or 2 stations. A general top 40 station, and then another station.
The amount of commercials, and they have a lot of like talking going on. Like the amount of music is just not enough compared to what you get using Pandora.
I don't want to hear the same song 3 times in 2 hours.
Is there anything, specifically that you like about Spotify, maybe as opposed to Pandora or?
Yeah, I really like Pandora for hearing new types of music through my stations.
Pandora got annoying for me just because it would play the same songs like on a loop if you got on one radio station. So I switched over to Spotify, and you can make playlists with whatever songs you want, and then you've got all the music that you actually want to listen to on that playlist. You can download the songs straight to your phone too if you have premium. So it's essentially like having the entire iTunes library on your phone for $10 a month.
I just don't like that Pandora. You can't pick what song is coming up next. It just kind of goes
Right.
wherever it wants and repeats a bunch of songs.
When my friend showed me Spotify and how you can have it on your phone, and so I have all the music I had and so much more, and it takes up the space that the app does because it streams it.
What are your thoughts on file sharing sites? And
I don't really use it as much now.
Okay.
Not like based off the legality. I just don't feel like downloading stuff. I don't know. It's like
Okay.
my phone doesn't have that much memory on it, so I don't like want to download songs on it. But I don't know. Yeah, I've kind of shifted away from the file sharing sites.
Yeah.
I used to use LimeWire before it got shut down for music.
I'm a college kid. I don't have all the money in the world, so like paying for Spotify $10 a month, some people's like, oh, it's only $10, but you know that $10 for me could be used for something else.
Sure.
And then as far as like movies and stuff go and like TV shows, if it's not on Netflix, then I'll just find it online. Like just wait like an hour and it's somewhere online, and you can just Google it.
I'm more of a traditional TV kind of person. I don't have a Netflix account. I don't have Hulu or anything like that. So whatever TV shows I watch, I do watch on TV. Because I don't know, I like the feeling of just sitting in your living room watching TV.
At the end of the day, like I just want to like breathe. So my way to do that is I put my phone away, surprisingly, and I turn on the TV. It's just something that I can just like, it's brainless. I don't have to like think about it. It's just kind of like a relaxing thing to sleep on, and it turns itself off.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm a sucker for Jeopardy. Yeah, like I do my best to try and make it, you know, every night of the week that I can. Occasionally, Comedy Central, Cartoon Network, just things like that. HBO, we have an HBO channel on our TV in the apartment, so I'll have that on occasionally.
We don't have cable, and it's fine. Like my parents have cable when I used to live there. I mean, I would watch TV just because I had it, but when I didn't have cable, it's not like I felt like I was missing something.
I can't remember last time that I actually turned on the TV to watch anything other than a basketball game or football game.
Not much even used for like TV anymore unless it's sports related.
The other thing I would watch is sports.
Okay.
And then sports. And that's like the only thing I would ever need cable for.
Cable's gone up too in price, and I feel like most people only watch maybe 3 or 4 channels. And so like why pay like $70 for a bunch of channels I'm never gonna watch?
I don't have enough time to like watch TV or like make room in my schedule to watch that show right then when I can go back on the computer and watch it later.
I just have like a smart TV where I can like go through my TV onto Netflix or like plug my computer in through an HDMI. So yeah, I wish I could just like, you know, go through the channels.
There's also one of those like live streaming websites, like Project Free TV, like literally an hour after it's aired, you're able to watch it.
To solve the problem of not having a TV, I would plug my laptop into my TV using the HDMI cable. And so that's actually nice because like it's even better than TV almost because like since it's the internet, like I can put like YouTube videos on there, I can put on Netflix on there, Hulu Plus, just a bunch of random stuff that I want to watch.
You know, I'm not going to watch like a rerun episode of Modern Family or something when I could just, you know, watch it on the TV, plug the cord into the TV, sit with my friends, and start it when we want to start it, not like, oh, it's at 9 o'clock, it's starting.
Netflix also has their own shows now.
Yeah.
So, and which to me are almost better than most shows on TV right now anyways. And they just put the whole season at once instead of like releasing them one at a time.